take it 3 breaths up. Inhale, hello. And exhale. Well, hello, everyone. I love it. I love it. I get to see one of you in 34 hours in person. How fun. Guys, take your interlaced finger position and lift up and open up your shoulders and your chest, and then exhale and let go. Let's start with that dynaband around our upper back. This one's going to be a couple of exercises. The first is that your band is behind your back. I'm going to go ahead and step myself out wide. I like to grab extra band. So you see I get going. So extra band, that way it's not flopping and hitting you in the body. Now the press is out with your arms. Your neck is soft. The second move, as you can see, I've already started demonstrating, is a wide squat. Sometimes it's called a horse squat or a second position squat. Heels heavy, toes light. Now the breath, we're breathing in the nose, we're breathing out of the nose. Ah, looking good. And heel heavy. Knees are tracking with the second toe. And everyone looks good, but if you were to have an issue with your lower body, you could always just do calf raises instead. And you're self-regulating your range of motion. Good. Neck is soft. Heart rate's getting up a little bit. The legs are big muscle groups. And take 2 more. Good. So you'll feel the heart rate get up with the big muscle groups. And 1. Love it. Now bring the band underneath 1 or 2 heels, depending on your height and your band intensity. 1 or 2 heels. And even out the sides. And then pull up and exhale. Pull up and exhale. Lift with those strong biceps. 5, 6. Now while you're here, your knees are soft. 7, but they're long, but they're not locked out. We have 10 more. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You guys are doing great. Step off of there. Now we're going to step on the band with 1 heel. And you're going to go out. Now, right away, you can tell, is the band too tough? You may have to drop down a notch. So let's say you have a red, you might need a green, or you just give yourself more length. That's the great thing about the bands. 6, 7, trying to stay upright. 8, 9, head back. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now we're going to switch it up. So take the other heel, go out. Now right away you can figure out, do I need to give myself more slack or less? You want it to feel like challenging you with the 20 repetitions. So you should already start to feel that the shoulder's working at that higher part of the range of motion. That's 8. You can see your hand in your peripheral vision. 9, we're going to breathe in the nose. 10, and out through the nose. You're practicing your posture. You're tall the whole time. Abs on here a little bit. Good. Good. No neck tension. I love it. Neck is free. 18, 19, 20. All right, we're going to take it to the front, guys. Step on that with your heel. Go forward. Now, this is 1 arm at a time. Your body has an asymmetric challenge, so it would be tempted to kind of get out of alignment. So there is some extra tone in your torso when you're doing an asymmetric challenge. So you're keeping your body upright and stable. even though we're just working one arm. So it is your shoulder, but it's also a little tone in your core. 8 more. Good. It's tempting to lean or lean back, but you're not going to. You can feel that temptation and you stay tall. 5 more. Here we go. 5, breathing in. 4, breathing out through the nose. 3, trying that in life as well. 2, 1, other side. And you're trying to breathe in and out through your nose in life as well. And the exception would be your near max heart rate, your mountain climbing, and you need that extra mouth breathing at the end. But in life and daily activities, you're trying to in and out through the nose. Your knees are soft here, neck is soft. Good, calm breath. Wrist neutral. 10 more, and you might feel right now it's getting a little harder, but you're still going to try to go to parallel to the floor. If it's just too hard to have good form or to complete, give yourself about 1 inch more slack. 16, good, you're tall. 17, there's that arm working. 18, that shoulder. 19, 20, grab a sip and then we'll meet back for my favorite triceps. My sunshine yellow cup. I love this cup, Karen. All right, take your hand behind you, hand at your low back. Okay, you're going to push up with your elbow, lengthening. Now, when your arm is overhead, your ribs might tend to flare, but you're going to pull them under just a little bit so the back has protection from the abs. Knees are soft. Lengthen that elbow all the way if you can. That's it. That was good. You felt that difference, that last inch. Because it's behind you, you may not be able to see it, so you have to feel it go to extension. Jaw up, chin up. Last 5. Lift up through that jaw. 3, 2, 1. Now release. Take that other hand. Other hand is low at your lower back. And you're going to stand tall like someone's taking your picture. And you want to have your spine as erect as possible without tension. Jaw parallel to the floor. 6, good. 7, elbow lengthens all the way. 8, lengthen that elbow. 9, work that triceps. 10, 11, 12, 13, and lengthen. And 14, good. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Really good job. Now we're going to go down to the floor. If you would like a sip, grab it. I'm going to encourage you to come down to the floor without using your hands and then grab a heavier band or grab 2 bands or whatever you got around your feet. So you have a little, I'm going to use this, you're going to have a little cross like an X in your band. Now you're going to bend your elbows past your rib cage. So you're exhaling. Now you're going to feel your biceps too. I'm going to turn so I can see better. Good. 5, you're tall. 6, 7, 8, look at that posture. Everyone looks so good. 9, if you can take an extra cue, spread out those toes. And we want flexible feet for our balance and to have our joints feel good, because the trampolines and arches in your feet absorb shock. And if they don't, then that shock travels up to your knees and your hips and your low back. So what we want to let those feet absorb the shock of walking. All right, let's take 4 more. Good, strong back muscles. 1. Now we're going to rotate. So you're going to pull one arm and turn, and then you're going to pull the other arm and turn. And pull 1 and 1. 1, 1. Exhale, exhale, pull, pull, turn. Now, just notice your flexibility. Is it as easy for you to turn right as it is left, or left as right? And then just add your focus to that. 4, 3, 2, 1. Terrific job. Now we're not going to cross them this time. You're going to have them uncrossed. And you're going to take your hands beside your hip bones, but just wide enough that your knuckles don't hit the floor. So you're sitting tall, pull. Good. Lats. Now if your hips are feeling tight, you just grab a pillow, and that way you can have an elevated hip position to sit on the pillow. There you go. Long arms, tall spine. You can just have a little challenge. How tall can I keep my spine? Wrist neutral. Exhale. All right. 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Awesome. Now we're going to lean back a little for some of us, or you may just stay upright. So if you have osteoporosis, you're going to stay upright. If you don't, you can lean back. Biceps and abs. So when you pull in your belly, when you exhale, you're pulling in your belly. If you need it a little harder, lift your elbows. If you need it a little easier, lower your elbows. And let the hands come roughly in line with your shoulders, as opposed to the hands touching each other. So, all right, pull your belly in. Let's try 5 more. 4, 3, 2. Now sit back up, cross your band like an X. I'm actually going to change for this one. Cross your band like an X. Now you want your elbows glued by your side. And open up to the side. So your forearms are parallel to the floor. Yep. Good. So your back shoulder is working. Yep. Your forearms should be parallel to the floor, not drifting down to the floor. So keep them, the hands the same height off the floor at the beginning of this exercise and at the end. Range of motion. All right, you're tall, your ears in line with your shoulder. Take 5 more, spread out the toes if you would like another cue. 3, 2, 1. Really good. Grab a sip. We're going to do a stretch called the rack. So if you're done before me, do the rack. Go up and back, up and back. Lift your heart, soften the elbows. Spread out those toes. 5, 4, 3, that's great. 2, inhale, and exhale. Now we're going to a couple of calisthenical strength training moves. How's that for a new word? The forearm plank. You're going to come down to your elbows, and you're going to do a plank, long knees, or modified as bent knees. Hold the plank. Hold 15, 2, 3, 4, 5, good, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now on the 15, rest your pelvis and be either on your forearms for Sphinx or your hands for Swan. This is for the back. Relax your neck. You might even shake it out a little. 10, 5, looking good, everyone. And then lower down. Now we're going to do a back extension. Let your fingers be near your temples. Lift up your back 15 times to build the back strength. Lift up, back extensions. So we do weight training, but we never forget these muscles that are in the middle of the body. 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and then you're either going to do a Sphinx again or a Swan. So either put your forearms down or your hands down. Now we hold the posture for 5, hold 4, hold 3, hold 2, and then a child's pose. So push your hips back, looking good. We're gonna do a set of push-ups. That's also a calisthenic exercise. You could do this standing on the wall with your hands on the wall, bend your elbows. So you could do push-ups here. You could do push-ups on your knees in an all fours. You can do them with your knees further away, or you can do them on your toes. So you're gonna do 10 to 15 where you feel challenged with good form. Feel how there's a plank in there? Good, head back a little, Michelle, you got it. 1, 2, 3, and 5 when you're ready. Really good, guys, very good. All right, we're gonna add on some hand weights. So you're gonna get stand up, grab a sip, stand up without using your hands. Grab a hand weight in each hand that can go overhead. So somewhere between 5 and 8 pounds most likely, but you want to regulate you. And right away you'll be able to tell. Good, 3, and when you lift up, you've got a little ab tone. 4, 5, good. Yep, you can always change. 6, and how's that going, Polly? Good, 7, that a girl. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, you know we're in the last stretch. 17, just do the best you can. 18, 19, 20, lower those down, take a little breather. Now, we're gonna do a stretch with the tree pose. One-legged balance is critical for not falling, so that's your tree pose. If you care to add a cow face arm stretch, 1 or 2 arms, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, come back down, good job. Touch base with your tree pose. This is a one-legged balance. You want to be able to balance on one foot to help prevent falls. This is a critical little test or challenge to predict falls. So we want to be able to do this one-legged balance. 5, 4, 3, 2, come back out gracefully. Isn't that nice? All right, we're gonna do whoops, there goes my mic. We're gonna do a lateral raise out to the side, and you're gonna take a hand weight that lets you do this. So again, I would say 3 to 8 pounds. And you're gonna go out like a T. Yeah, 2. And if you need to put a 3-pound weight in one arm, Polly, or the arm that hurts, maybe that's an idea you could try. Or no hand. Yeah, just see what works and limit the range of motion if you've got any pain. All right, now I got to slow it down. You see my personality is, let's do this, let's get this done yesterday. But I'm going to go slower so that we can feel it more. So love it. Now your wrist is neutral. I see that in everyone, so that looks good. Your knees are soft. You'll see that's why I will softly bend my knees a little to make sure. Breath is in the nose. Breath is out of the nose. Now I'm going to give us a time challenge. We're doing 15 more seconds, however many reps that is. So that's another way you can mix up your exercises. You can do things for the seconds, the time. We've got 3 more seconds, it looks like. And last one, and then bring that down. Really good. Let that down. Now I'm going to have us do prayer pose front or prayer pose back. So this is front, and then this is back. Now the balance challenge here, 3 circles without touching the floor each way. 3 circles without touching the floor, dynamic balance. Other leg, 3 and 3. 3 and 3. Try not to touch the floor. I love it. Terrific job. Now grab a hand weight that will let you do this forward. So I'm going to guess 3 to 8 pounds. All right. Now we're going to do this for 1 minute. So we're going to just mix up how we're doing it. I've got a clock on the wall over here, and you're just going to keep going for a minute. Shoulder height. Good form. And let me give you a trick. If this is too much, you can always alternate right, left, right, left, right, left. That's another little trick to keep going for that time. You're doing great. We're looking at 30 seconds more. So if you're on your own and you're trying something, that's another way to do it. You could time yourself at a different activity. It keeps your interest high too, because you know you can do anything for that 1 minute or whatever your intervals are. We're getting pretty close. Looks like 15 seconds left. Breathe in and out. 10 more seconds. Shoulders. We love strong shoulders. Last 2, it looks like. Let's do 1 more for that last second. I love it, Jean. That was exactly what I meant. Let that go. Nice job. And then let me go, we'll do a little balance of heel raise. Now I'm up on my toes. Whoops, I just fell. Okay, lift up on your heels and try to hold your balance. Hold. You're doing a little balance of try to stay up on your toes. The next little challenge for balance is try to do a low tree and shut your eyes for 10. So I'm going to shut my eyes or softly close them so you're looking out of your eyelashes. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we try the other foot. This is called blind tree. So you lift your foot. I'm going to stay low so my foot's handy. Shut your eyes or just look softly out of your eyelashes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Gracefully come back down. Nice job. Now we're going to do some hammer curls. So you can imagine you have a drill in your hand. That's how you're holding it. This is a little heavier weight, somewhere between 5 and 12, I would say. So you may have to change your weight halfway through. Get ready. Let's try a minute. Now, the same thing holds true. You could change weights if you need to. You could do right, left. I saw you do that, Jean, on the last ones. So what you're doing is shooting for a minute. So we're already at 15 seconds. Another thing I really like, I really appreciate that nobody's swinging their arms backwards right here and that you're not moving your torso to get this done. Okay, exhale, 30 more seconds. Breathe in your nose, breathe out your nose. Good, I like that control. All right, we have 15 seconds. We have 10 seconds. If it's getting too hard, just alternate right, left. 5 seconds. And then lower down. Good job. Let that go. And just take a knocking on the door of life. So this is a Qigong move that calms the brain and the physiology. Get some blood flow. I like to shake out my fingers with it as well. Now you're going to take a tricep press. You have the option of taking one arm up, one hand weight, like a 10 or a 12 or an 8 behind you, or 2 hand weights, maybe like a 5 and a 5 or a 4 and a 4. So you choose what you need. You know we're going to do a minute. So and you can always change weights. So go up and down. Now you'll know right away, that was good, Julie, you know right away if a weight's good for you or not. That a girl. Sometimes the one heavier weight feels nice because your hands easily fit around that slender part. And up. And up. Now you have a little ab tone, I'm sure you noticed, because your hands are up, so your low back would be more likely to arch. Good. You're already halfway there. Keep the breathing. Let's do 15 more seconds, or the best you can do. 10. Triceps are a good one, huh? 5. One more. Yeah, we did it. Okay, bring that out. All right, and grab a sip. I have not forgotten our favorite stretches. Michelle knows what it is. Half moon. Cross a foot. One hand down. I don't want to project some of my favorite stretches on you, but I do love this one for most people because it helps prevent rounded shoulders. Now, when you're breathing, it gets your intercostals pliant and malleable, so that expands the space between the spinal vertebra. And people usually talk about they shrink. This opens up the muscles that are between the ribs, and the ribs are attached to the vertebra, so it helps with length. So you're also getting your low back. Rotate down, long lecture, and open. So these are really good. So before we go to the other side, just stand. Now breathe. Doesn't this side feel so much bigger and taller? So now we're going to go to the other side. I like to cross the foot because then it's the whole lateral chain. Karen, that's great. The way you pull your arm, these are all great. Now the breath, you can send your nose to the direction of your side. That'll increase the focus. You want to stretch out the intercostals. Then you don't feel tight when you're trying to breathe heavy, hiking, biking, doing farming chores, whatever. You can, walking on the beach, you can have good energy for your inhale. Rotate down. Horseback riding. Rotate up. Stretch even through your fingers. I like that one because we use our hands so much. And now inhale and come back. Speaking of hands, I do want to give us a little hand stretch. So your fingers are down, pull back. Shoulders down. And then the other. So if you ever have anyone in your life who's had a stroke and they have a palsied hand, or so, this is the opposite of that. This is opening up. Now we are going to do the other side, forearms. So good, so good. And the other arm, forearms. Now there is a little balance coming up, but I'm going to show it to you. You can right foot over left. You can open up your arms and you can rotate the other way. Now just hold. This is a rotation plus balance. If it's too hard to cross your feet, don't. Now come forward, cross your feet the other way, lift up, rotate, 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 rotate. Try to exhale your way into a deeper rotation. Rotations are also excellent for posture preservation. Now spring forward and just take a big breath up, you guys. Inhale. We're going to bring in all that radiant, vibrant health to our body. Hands at the heart. You see that the prayer pose is a universal position in most cultures. It's very hard to be upset when your hands are together. It's a very calming gesture. Let your thumbs touch your heart and send that calm energy to all of your cells. We're going to give the highest intention blessing to our body, mind, and spirit, thanking it so much and treating it with kindness all day. And when we feed that love inside, it's easier to send it out to those in our sphere. So with so much appreciation, have a fabulous day. Strong women. You did great. Thank you guys so much.